So we are doing our professional development training on Google Earth. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about Google Earth, at least played around with it before. It's really fun to use. It's also very beneficial in the classroom. I'm Joey, it's Matt, and that's Austin. So what is Google Earth? It's a computer program that creates a three-dimensional rendering of the Earth based on primarily satellite images. Released on June 11th, 2001.
Wow, 20 years. I can't believe it's been around 20 years.
It has been around for a good long while.
Yeah.
In that time, it's come a long way, right? So let's talk about how we can use it as educators, just as a general sense. The greatest thing that Google Earth has to offer for us is this global perspective. So never before have mapping technologies or anything really been this precise, allowed us to zoom out from exactly where we are to see how things truly interact in the rest of the world. So this global perspective can be used across disciplines in any class. We'll talk about that here in just a second.
Yeah, so Google Earth is very unique. Like you say, global perspective can be used in a variety of different ways. It's very multimodal and very cross-disciplinary. When you think of Google Earth, you might just be thinking like social studies or history or geography, but it can actually be used for everything. So we're gonna go through like some examples of different like content areas. So like social studies and history and geography, obviously very easy. Go find a spot, talk about the history of the past of the place, look at geography, mountains, lakes, oceans, etc. But yeah.
And kind of going off the back of geography, I mean, you can look at, with science, you can look at mountains, lakes, and then you can even go look at different biomes, you know, you can use it in biology and things of that nature. And then in, what was the other one? Math, you can measure distances and heights. With mountains, you can measure distances between places, and yeah.
So again, so we've covered social studies and geography, we've covered math and science. So English would be, I guess, our last core subject that we haven't talked about. You might consider that the trickiest one. How can we use Google Earth in an English scenario? So you're reading a nonfiction or a fiction work. That book probably took place on this planet, unless you know it's a really interesting work of fiction. You can take your students or whoever to the areas that this nonfiction book is taking place. It's a fiction book. It's likely based on somewhere else, culturally, geographically, something of that nature. So getting a real-world view of the place that the story is taking place in is an extremely advantageous tool that Google Earth offers for English classrooms and any classrooms, as Matt and Joey said. So our guided practice, I see a lot of you have got it loaded up. That's great. Messing around on campus. While you're on campus there, we are going to do a little exercise. We're going to walk around, make sure everybody's got it loaded up and that's working correctly, not having any troubles with it. If you're already on campus, great. If not, try to find your way to our campus here, specifically this building that we're in. We're just going to walk you through it, show you how to use it a little bit. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, if y'all just want to like log on to Google Earth, we'll walk around, make sure everybody's like in the vicinity